Oh.
All right, here we are starting off. It's about 7 o'clock and it's plenty light now. Mid-April here in 2024. We're just leaving the truck for the woods. And we're starting off at 2,500 feet in elevation. If we happen to make it to the summit today, it's at over 8,400 feet in elevation. So do some quick math and that's over 6,000 foot elevation gain should we make it. So we'll just see how things go. It's April 13th.
April 13th. April 13th.
We have Justin filling out our liability waiver today. And got myself with the skis. Should be a great day. Looks like the clouds are even breaking up a little bit. It's supposed to be partly sunny today. Up at Snowshoe Peak area, and we'll see if that holds true. Oh yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Here it is.
Yep. Here's what we've been waiting for. Some more log jams. They need a sign, slippery when wet. Okay, yeah, that's the creek. Yeah. More the size of the creek I was expecting.
So hike up the trail to Snowshoe Lake. And it's beautiful back here. The trail seems a little more traversed than I was expecting, but there's a lot of down trees. So at least every mile or so I think we've been climbing over, I don't know, what do you think, 5 to 10, maybe 6 to 12 trees?
Yeah.
Every mile?
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes a little stand of them. Just trying to pace ourselves because we know it's a pretty substantial hike. We're thinking at least 16 miles round trip with close to 6,000 feet elevation gain, so don't want to burn ourselves out too early on. But it sure is beautiful out here.
So you might be thinking, what in the world are we doing with skis on? Well, hopefully we'll find out a little bit later here. But for right now, we're soaking in the beautiful creek. I believe this is the North Fork of the Bull River that comes out of Snowshoe Lake. Beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah, that's a pretty good crossing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trying to keep the feet dry for a little bit here still.
Yeah. All right. We hit consistent snow at this point, so we're gonna go ahead and skin up because the trail's getting hard to follow with just our shoes starting to get wet. So we'll start working our way up and see if we can hit the lake on skis, and then pick our route from there.
Got about 4,300 right now.
4,300? Yep. Making progress.
Alright, so as Justin just mentioned, we're here at our transition zone to skins. We're at about 4,300 feet in elevation, and we think there's enough snow to just go ahead and put the skis on from here up. And then we'll get out of these tennis shoes before we get wet, so that'll be good. Alright, here we are, Justin and I moseying along, and we might see the first glimpses of our target summit. I don't know if, oh man, it's awfully bright, but yeah, the camera doesn't show it, I don't think, but the peak is right up there in the clouds. The sun is breaking out even more so up there, and we're pretty stoked, but we're also like, man, that's a big day right there. And we're already probably from the truck, you know, close to 5 miles in, I'm guessing. So we just haven't been climbing a whole lot yet, but you know, patience. That'll come.
And hard work.
Yes. All right, on we slog.
So we are solidly onto mostly snow travel now. It's a little challenging having to pop skis on and off here and there for stuff like this sometimes. Just have those shoulder season conditions. But making our way towards the lake. So as luck would have it, we gotta get across this and start heading up that drainage right there. So, gotta find a good way to cross, and I'm guessing this log here might be of assistance. It's either that or wet boots. I was thinking of using this and help shimmy across.
Okay.
Everything else looks like wet boot territory.
Yeah. All right, well we're slogging. It's slow going up here, just below Snowshoe Lake. There's a lot of drainages that we had to cross, like 3 or 4 creeks with active water in them that we had to get across. And we didn't video it because we were just trying to get across in a timely manner if we still want to summit today. It's a little after 11:30. And we're probably about a half mile from the lake or so. It supposedly gets pretty steep from here up to the lake. But it is an absolutely beautiful day to be out and about. Getting in trouble in the mountains up here. A little bit of a cornice up there on the top ridge. This will be kind of on the west side of the lake. And we're going in through stuff like this. We just have to pick our way around best we can on our skis. But it's been a little bit slower than ideal. Alright, we better get moving again.
Knock knock, is anybody home? Guess not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's better than a gym day.
That's pretty darn amazing, man.
That is impressive.
Holy cow. And that's the objective right up there.
Just right up there.
Yeah, just right up there.
Just right up there.
No big deal.
It's only a big deal if you make it a big deal. Most people make it a big deal. Then it would be a big deal.
So our route wraps to the left, right? I mean, to the left, correct?
To the right.
Not into that bowl. We go up.
Oh, from here?
Yeah. I bet, you know what?
Either the trees or the bowl, but
I bet it goes right up to the right, like cutting this way beyond this rock.
yeah, that's the summer trail is that way, kind of up this face.
And then you might be able to take that chute up. Is that where they took it?
To get to the summit?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's still further back that way.
Oh, it's further back that way? Okay.
Yeah, this might be a faults ridge we're looking at right here. I don't know.
Got it. Okay, that would be...
Once you get to the lake, you still hang right quite a bit.
Okay, that's good because I was gonna say the
yeah, no, that
it would be tricky up. So that would be great climbing up in there, but you'd have to have the right day, and I don't know. I think it'd be a roped type of deal.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Like do you see that line? There's like a little ridge on the side.
Yeah.
Like
Getting up through there.
I think that would be possible, but you got to really watch that cornice fall up there.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, let's just get to the lake and see what we're looking at.
Let's not talk about it.
I have a camera rolling.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Alright, so we're planning on going up that knob right there, probably just to the looker's left just a little bit, and we're going to try to skin it if we can weave our way back up there. Hopefully we don't have to boot pack that part, but there's been some wet slides, as you can see, in this drainage.
Gosh dang, no shoes. Look at those.
I know. But the lake is just above that, allegedly. Unfortunately, this right here next to Justin is not quite the lake yet.
We made it!
But the objective is hidden up there in the clouds at the moment. What a day. Beautiful.
I just need to get clear up right.
All right, there's the objective up there. We're at the top of this really steep knoll just below Snowshoe Lake, and it was a tough one. That was pretty tough.
Yeah,
Took longer than we thought coming up this part here, but for a little bit it's gonna flatten out for X amount of feet and that'll be good. All right, back to it. All right, we've just arrived at Snowshoe Lake at just over 6,000 feet. And we've landed on the beach here. We're gonna get some water and fill up water before we continue on. But it's just pristine conditions out here right now. Not a single foot or animal has stepped foot on this lake in quite some time. On the ice, I should say. And we're also now directly below the summit of Snowshoe Peak, which is right there. So it's about 1:30 mountain time right now, and we'll just see what we can accomplish. We've already gained about 4,000 feet from the truck. But we'll get some water and snack up a little bit and continue on. But this is beautiful. Be great to bring a tent up here and set up camp, do some winter camping. But boy, it'd be a slog to haul that weight in. I only know a few people that would be probably crazy enough to do that. We're just up here for the day. Wow. Alright, so we're up here in this cirque, but there have been a lot of wet slides here. Probably today or yesterday. We've seen some come down, especially back here, just while we've been here. And there's Snowshoe Lake just down there. So we're just trying to evaluate a route to the summit, or if we're gonna summit, due to some of the potential risks here. So we're just kind of taking it slow and watching what the snow is doing, which doesn't really tell us anything. But I will say it's absolutely beautiful up here in this Snowshoe Cirque. Snow's pretty deep up here still. These huge boulders. I don't know if you can see that slide right now. A little bit of a waterfall coming down. But we're looking at stuff like that. There's some slides up here to the right. We're definitely safe here where it's flat. No slides have even remotely made it here yet. And they won't, because it's too flat to slide where we are right now. But what we are doing is evaluating the route just above where Justin is. Because that would have to be the route that we take to follow the ridge line. There's another one.
Look at those boulders, man. Holy moly. Pretty incredible. There's another one coming down. Look from there, it's breaking loose too. Big one. There's another one. Wow. You can see this whole thing has started to slide way down into there. Pretty impressive.
Surprisingly, what hasn't slid much is through there. Alright, so we made it up to about, what did I say? 7,000 feet here above Snowshoe Lake. And we decided to probably make a really good decision on turning around instead of going to the summit. Another, what is that? About 1,700 more vertical feet. We're already nearing 5,000 vertical feet, so, and 9.5 miles in. But I don't know if you can see around me. There's a lot of wet slabs currently coming down. You might be able to hear a little bit, but they've been coming down ever since we got to the lake and have been coming up this cirque here. And so we decided to make a hard but good decision to turn around, because not only is it pretty late in the day,
But that keeps happening.
but stuff like this keeps happening
Right over our ascent path.
right above us.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, stuff like that keeps happening, and our path is almost right under that. Just right here in the center of the camera, and then up toward the ridge. And so, given all the signs around us, and finally having some common sense, we're gonna make a good call and turn around. This is my second attempt at Snowshoe Peak. I tried it once in the summer, but got a late start and had to turn around. But still want to try to do it in a day sometime, and I think it's definitely possible given a little bit earlier start and better conditions. If we had started earlier and the conditions were good, I have no doubt we could have made it. I don't know if you hear or see that one, but that one's massive just up left of the lake. Wow.
Get into a D3.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. D2 going into D3, probably. It's pretty good.
Justin's saying he thinks it's maybe a D2 or D3 avalanche. So, and this is with nobody triggering anything. This is just because it's so warm outside and snow is melting rapidly on the rocks on the steep terrain there. But we're definitely thankful to make it up this high, and the views are pristine. Beautiful day out here. We're probably, I don't know, what would you say, low 40s? Maybe mid 40s. Maybe like 45 degrees right now.
Yeah, probably.
The snow is really soft, but it'll be a good ski descent probably until about 4,500 feet. It's been rough terrain just below the lake for the last mile or two. Has been really slow going through fallen trees and ravines, and just trying to work our way around ravines is basically the thing that slowed us down. We're on our skins, so actually time-wise it'd be pretty good if it wasn't such rough terrain. If it was just steep, it'd be fine. But we're going up and down ravines and trying to find crossings on creeks. Really no snow bridges right now. But yeah, we're gonna call it. All these wet slides are telling us turn around. That, and it's 3 p.m. We started the trek at around 7 a.m.
So we got that. We got this. We've watched a couple come down that chute up there that we need to boot pack. So we've decided to call it.
And it's a little after 3 o'clock.
Yeah. You've done how many miles?
Montana time. Almost 9.5.
9.5 miles. We're at almost 20 miles at this point, round trip.
Yep. Granted, we can ski a lot, some of it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a lot of it, but no, not really.
That's true. But it's beautiful.
It is absolutely stunning. You know what? I'm still happy to be here.
I am too.
I'm happy. It's a beautiful day. Made the right call.
There it is, taunting us.
Yeah.
But we've decided we each have, you know, at least a few really good decades left, and we'd rather not spend the last portions of it buried in a wet slab like that.
And we have some families
to
go back to.
Which, if you didn't know anything about wet slabs, they're basically like being buried in concrete. So
that's a hard path.
Yeah. Oh, the slope angle's already passed for avalanche, and you can see it slid, but we're still watching slides come down here. And I think if there's a low chance of summiting, taking that risk just isn't worth it. So, but we've gotten to see some really cool stuff. We've got some bergschrund, almost like some bergschrund coming up here. Got some hang fire above it. So at some point it slid, and the weight of the snow is splitting all these cracks here, so pretty good. Don't get to see stuff like this every day, that's for sure. What's crazy is if you look out, you can see the rock coming up like this, but it's actually coming like this towards us. So when we were down there looking up, you can actually see these flakes coming out. Yeah, see, there's another one. And every once in a while a big one comes down, then it sends a slide a good halfway down that slope. So, you know, they're not even that big, but the issue is, especially with wet slabs, they're so heavy, the chance of breaking something, twisting a knee goes up a lot. It's not like the loose fluffy stuff you can sometimes work yourself out of. Once it catches you, you're stuck in it. So It's good training for hood. And we get a beautiful, beautiful view there. Just spectacular. Got another couple big avalanches over there. And we're hearing some settling of the snow up here. We're hearing some whomping. So there's definitely some snow settling up there. But where, it's hard to tell. Oh. What is just so surreal, like being right here as we're watching like avalanche after avalanche after avalanche, like come down around this bowl. And not small ones, like some of these are big.
Yeah. Some of them are taking down little trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty cool spot to eat lunch.
Well, we are in the heart of the cabinets, so we can say that for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at this point, we're just gonna start packing up and looking at getting out of here. I think our goal
9.5 more miles.
9.5 more miles. Yeah, exactly. The goal is gonna be to get across this lake, and then we're gonna try and stay a little bit left. There's a drainage. There's all these drainages. You can see where those like thick stripes of trees are. Mm-hmm. All those drainages were just a pain in the neck to get through. We spent, I don't know, we probably spent a couple hours just trying to get through there.
Yeah.
So we're hoping not to do that, not to have to pop our skis off. So yeah, so we'll see. Good run.
All right.
Yeah. Very nice. Oh, it's amazing. All right. Okay. A little bit, ooh, it's a little bit slow. Oh yeah, it's that spring slow snow. Makes you feel like you have brakes on. It's that slow snow.
The snow is so wet, it feels like there's just brakes on right now. It's really hard to turn.
It's that slow snow.
Yeah, it's mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Nice. We still got waterfalls going here, or snowfalls. kind of at crawl speed right now. I've got my skis pointed straight down, but the snow's so wet and sticky that we're barely moving. Still beats walking. I'm not moving my legs at all, so that's good. But we are just inching along. And we stopped.
Yep.
Oh, picked up some speed.
Huge avalanche over on that side. All the rollers.
That's some heavy stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Whew. Wow. See it sliding. A little bit of a wet slide there. So we think on the way down we're gonna try going left. We came up on the right. I don't know if you can see that little frozen pond, but that's where we came up. Our tracks are there, but we're gonna try to avoid all those drainages and just have one big creek crossing on our way down. So we'll see if that's a good idea. But this is that really steep area just below Snowshoe Lake here on the rock slab. Took us a while to get up this little part here.
Yep, pretty high water density. Just keeps going. What do you think?
Look at those bear tracks on the ridge.
Huh?
Look at those tracks on the ridge.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know, I was kind of thinking to get over this mountain type stuff. I mean,
Yeah, then try and go. See what it's like. There might be a small boot pack.
either that or we follow by the creek and then come back out.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine
That
too.
might be a little bit less of a boot pack.
Sure.
Through the trees.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know.
I know, it just keeps going.
Alright. Oh yeah, I'm glad we didn't get into there.
Yeah.
Man, I think that's bear tracks. I wonder why it was going so high.
Oh yeah, could be. Yeah, I don't know why I was going up there.
Could have been by the lake and we didn't know it.
Maybe I was hoping the lake would be open for fishing.
So far this is way better.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
So maybe let's see if we can find a good crossing area down here and like a good approach, because it seemed like it was hard
Yeah.
initially.
Well, I don't even know if we're at the... Oh, there's one drainage, maybe 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think so.
We're getting close.
Yep.
Alright, so this is what we're dealing with trying to cross the main stream since we took the different way. We knew we'd have some issues like this, but just try to make it work best we can. Ski gear and all going across. Justin's pretty talented, it looks like. Some nice work there. It's a little bit hard to move in the ski boots, so that part's pretty interesting as well. So we're going at a pretty good pace back down to the truck now that we're at a snow line. Snow line is probably about 4,500 is where we got into a lot and consistent snow. And that's where we were going a lot better on our skins and skis than walking and post hauling. But there's really not much snow up until about 4,300 feet here in the cabinets this year in mid-April. So anything below 4,300 is starting to get open. The only thing you gotta watch for is down logs on roads and things like that. But making a good pace. We're probably doing 3 mile an hour or so. And we'll wrap this 18 plus mile trip up here hopefully shortly. Alright, we are back at the truck right at 7 o'clock, and we're gonna unpack a few things, grab some warm hot food before we make the 2 to 3 hour drive back home, that is. Some quick stats of our trip. It took us about 13 hours to complete the distance we went. About 5,000 foot elevation gain, about 17, almost 18 miles. I think it was like 17.73 according to the GPS. And what else can I share? We're definitely glad we turned around above the lake at about 7,000 feet due to all the sliding wet snow. And then also, it was starting to get later in the day. I think if we really would have pushed it, we could have done it, but with the sliding snow, it wasn't worth the risk. And there was a slight risk we might not have even made it to the summit, even if we did push hard. So the risk just kind of helped us decide not to make that final push to the summit, that final 1,700 feet. But we're very glad we did that. It was a beautiful day at Snowshoe Lake. And conditions were tough, some hiking, some wet snow to traverse, but for almost an 18-mile day, we're pretty happy with completing it in 13 hours considering some of the intense conditions. So we'll grab some food here and we'll be out. Thanks for joining me on this torturous adventure, Justin.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm never doing it again except maybe next week.
Exactly.
And the week after that.
Only if it's challenging.
Only if it's challenging.
And full of hardship.
Yep. Alright, let's grab some food and we're out.